The requirements of fame has definitely changed over the years. For the likes of YouTube, TikTok, and the bunch, you need to have some sort of talent to become famous. Like an actor, musician, or have a mid-corn tape. It seems like careers are being made today just by being shitty people. Not like back then where you were an asshole, but you had talent. R. Kelly and Chris Brown are both examples of this. They're scum of the earth who deserve to be in a hole inside of a hole inside of King Kong's asshole for the rest of their days. I have a couple of reasons why this keeps on happening, and I will explain them in this video and what person represents that very reason. Reason number 1. It's more profitable being hated than loved. Think about iconic villains. The Joker, Darth Vader, Homelander. You're a barber when he fucks up your hairline and now you're broke, and it looks like your hairline was loading and it was buffering at 70%. Besides bringing the Benjamins, they all have something in common. They all get high value attention. Attention on the internet is basically its own form of currency. Everyone wants your attention, but not a lot of people can get it. So, what do? You piss some niggas off. You resort to being controversial. Being controversial is kind of a surefire way to get attention, and if you play the right moves, you can get a career out of it. Or if you don't, your attention will last a few months. I think the person who represents that right now is none other than Andrew Tate. Now, before he got banned on pretty much all platforms, this guy was everywhere. YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. In your mom's house? Get him out of there, dude! Get in a plane with a female pilot. Tell him how much sparkling water tastes like camel piss. Vape for all you know. Just do anything. Do you want Andrew Tate to be your new daddy? Do you? Andrew's been on the internet for a minute, but this year he's been really popping off. The reason for it is because his outlandish takes, especially about women. Now me personally, I don't like the guy. But don't get me wrong, he makes me laugh, like a little anime girl. But every now and again he says something that I'm like, okay, I can see that. To the next point he makes is something so unbelievably wild that raises my eyebrows in concern. Like the time that he said that he prefers dating 18 to 19-year-olds because they have less of an imprint? Huh? I beg your pardon? But it's these kind of takes that make men love him and women hate him, and make him so polarizing. So much so that he is now the most searched man on the internet. In August of 2022, some of the men love him so much that they're willing to pay for Andrew's course called Hustlers University. From what I heard of, it's basically a get-rich-quick scheme. And I got one thing to say to that. If any of you people actually paid for it, Reason number 2, we create them so we can take them down. We don't realize this at times, but we have the power to make anyone become famous. We can take a random schmuck on the streets and turn them into a megastar in a matter of weeks, days, if we could. But there's times where it blows up in our face. Either the guy was a dick over time, or they were always trash and their content wasn't so great to begin with. And by the time we realize this, they've already racked in numbers, and we can only hope that one day they fall off or they disappear from the internet. But sometimes that hope becomes a reality, and it happened to a YouTuber by the name of Leafy is Here. Leafy was a popular YouTuber in the mid-2010s. His style of content was a lot of things, but his main one would be commentary. He would have a game pre-recorded as his visual, and the rest would be a voiceover of whoever he was talking about. To put it bluntly, like how white people make chicken, plain with no seasoning, Leafy was a cyberbully. Most of his content where he poorly makes fun of individuals like children and people with disabilities like autism and other stuff. Going as far as making fun of their appearance and building insecurities if he can find any. He would continue to do this until another YouTuber by the name of iDubbbz, I'm gay, would expose him on his series called Content Cop. Now, Content Cop was a legendary series on YouTube because it actually ruined other creators' careers. The criteria for it was if you're making lazy, cringy content, hypocrisy, or just being a straight dickhole. And Leafy fit the description of all three. iDubbbz would give Leafy a taste of his own medicine, going as far as talking about his chin, or lack thereof. After iDubbbz made that video, Leafy's viewer rate dropped significantly, and in 2020, his channel was terminated after 3 violations and continuously cyberbullying people. Although iDubbbz became the catalyst to Leafy's downfall, and Leafy himself making the final death blow to his own channel, I would say the audience played the biggest part in his downfall. It was basically saying, we don't like you, you're trash, you look like The Rock's nutsacks, pebbles, and we don't want to watch you anymore. and that's what they did. And even if his channel wasn't terminated, I don't think anyone would watch Leafy to this day. Reason number 3, we're attracted to negativity. I think we as humans are fonded over negativity to be shown to us when we're not a part of it. It's why people can go home, put their dirty, stinking ass feet on the table, and watch trashy reality shows, and be giddy like school children when any form of drama happens. When I was writing this video, I was thinking of one person who fits this description, and that person is Trisha Paytas.
Huh? What? Oh. Okay.
Trisha is an OG YouTube veteran, but she's also done other stuff. Reality shows, music videos, podcasts, and scamming people. You know, the classics. If I had to describe Trisha's entire YouTube career, I would have to say, and I'm not a mental health therapist or specialist or any form of means, but I would say it's one continuous mental breakdown. People who watch her and subscribe to her may do it because they genuinely like her. Or maybe, and I think this might be the real reason, they watch her because she's a piping hot mess. They watch her for the controversy she puts herself in by saying stupid things. They watch her for her apologizing for said controversy and then crying all over her kitchen floor. And then people turn that into memes and remixes with her crying. It's for the people who watch her self-diagnose herself of what personality that she has. They watch her for what religion she's into for the week. It's like when a comedian's trying to entertain the audience, and the comedian thinks they're doing a great job, everybody's laughing, but in reality, the comedian is getting laughed at, not with. And the worst part of it is, the comedian doesn't know about it. Only the audience does. Damn, I actually feel bad for Trisha Paytas. Huh. I think what Trisha does is that she weaponizes her own incompetence. She's ignorant towards a lot of things, and that's fine, that's her. But she's been in enough controversies to know that you need to think before you say or do anything. And because of that, I refuse to believe that any controversy she's been in was an accident. Or she's just very, very stupid. Huh, now I don't feel sorry for her anymore. Suddenly everything's right in the world. In summary, we have bad taste. We put these people in the spotlight and then we complain when they inevitably do something stupid. Like, what do you expect? What was the outcome here? What was the plan? I would say be more careful, but I'm not your mother, and I don't think you can listen to a guy who has 126 YouTube subscribers. Alright, that's all I got. See ya.